Boom.
All right, we are getting ready for tip-off for Aggieland versus Missouri Rush. I am Amy Curtis here with Nick Fairley. We just had an epic overtime game, so we're looking forward to another good one.
Yeah, a little behind the schedule again today, but that's a trade-off we'll take for some good quality basketball. The last game was very cleanly played both ways, so we'll see who will join them in the Sweet 16. Or the Elite 8, that is. Good finish there early on. Nice play from McVeigh.
Now with the assist from Chloe Kern, number 12. She's a freshman and an All-American.
Looks like they're doing some box and one action. Or at least zone down low. Yeah, it looks almost like a...
I've coached against Aggieland quite a few times. They mostly run a 3-2 type, but it does look like
they're just face guarding number 15. That's Hannah Gibbons, the All-American. And everybody else, they're just zoning up, kind of a 1-3 type of zone. Looks like they've done their scouting.
Yes. Again, that's a different look. I've almost never seen them play anything but a 3-2. So.
Yeah, interesting. They're doing 3 low. So we'll see how Rush responds. Not sure if they face too much box and one on the year. Not too familiar with their team. You hear the drumming in the background. A lot of crowds here for good finish there. That's number 12, Chloe Kern, just a freshman.
I have faced her a few times as a coach when she was in middle school on varsity, and she lit us up several times.
Yep, again, just 15-on-15 matchup on the backside. Swadley just face guarding Gibbons. That's got to be frustrating if you're Gibbons. Foul here. Quick start for the Panthers. First foul of the game. Going to go against Sims, the senior.
The Rush does have another All-American in Lindy Mindeman, the coach's daughter. So looks like she's going to have to step up.
Yeah, both seniors, Gibbons and Mindeman, they're All-Americans. At the line, Kern.
Both of these teams had to wait a long time since we're over an hour behind, so they've been ready to play for a long time. Aggieland's jumped out to a quick lead here.
Yep, first 6 points belong to them. 4 of those to Kern. Backside 3, just long. Good rebound there for Gibbons. And she'll be tied up. A lot of times that'll be the division, the good way to get into the scoring column when you're being face guarded is attack the offensive glass. Because a lot of times they don't even know when the shot goes up.
Also, just a reminder as a coach to the other girls, just run your offense. If you run the offense, then somebody's going to be open.
Yep, you just got to play with confidence, trust the other players.
Nice back door there.
Got to get something to drop.
It's a good look.
Yep, and they'll set it up the other way is Kern. Just a freshman again. She got away with a little shuffle of the feet there. Missed it anyways. Good rebound there from Sims. Pushing it the other way. Got a foul there. That foul's going to go against 15.
Aggieland has a solid presence in the middle with Pearson McVeigh. She was on the All-American watch list and probably in any other region would have been all-region. Her not being on that list is just a reflection of tough competition in the Big South.
Yep, Gibbons with an unforced turnover there. And Coach Mindeman is going to call a timeout. Just 30 seconds, try to settle his ladies down after just a tough start. 6-0 only, though.
Good timeout to regroup, discuss, like you said, if they haven't had a lot of box and one this season. And even if they had, as we talked about yesterday, most of these teams haven't played much the last couple of weeks, so shaking off the rust and just reminding to do those things that got you here.
Exactly. Yeah, you're D1 for a reason, so go out there. The other players on the team need to contribute, maybe force the Aggieland's hand to go out of this box of one. But for now, for Aggieland, this box of one has been working pretty well, holding them scoreless for the first 2.5 minutes. So we'll see what they draw up out of this timeout.
Part of the reason for being behind is there's been a lot of good games on the schedule. Shout out to Jeremy and the seating committee. They have really some good matchups here the last 2 days.
Yeah, it's been fun all around.
Good off-ball movement here.
Yep, a lot of spacing, just dribble weave action. Gets the end one. 8-0. That's Evans for 2. Foul's gonna go against Bronner, the freshman.
Aggieland seems to be getting whatever they want, whether it's a post-up, they got an easy entry, they got to the lane several times.
Yeah, they've done a good job of moving without the ball, as you were saying, but ultimately doing a good job of spacing as well. Yeah, we'll see. A lot of times when you're getting box and one against, it's good to have the person getting box and one set some ball screens, because it's hard to switch off that. But that's a big shot for number 5, the other All-American.
Well, they needed to get on the board.
Yeah, Mindeman with a big shot.
It was a deep 3.
Yeah, we've seen several games over here at Ozark that have been big leads for one team, and the other team fights their way back. But Ailey Evans has 5 points now. Yeah, let's see if they get Gibbons into some ball screens, try to create some confusion. See who's going to match up against her. But I'd say the rush offense is just a little too stagnant right now.
It is. They just seem a little confused on what they need to do. In the
First good look there for Gibbons, but she hasn't really found a rhythm yet, being face guarded the whole game. And even when you're being face guarded, a lot of times you'll rush some shots up there when you do feel open.
Still moving a little bit when she took that. I think you're right.
But yeah, I would like to see her in some more ball screens. Maybe set some off-ball screens for her and then do some movement off of that. See what Aggieland does here.
I'll tell you, in facing Aggieland over the years, their zone has always been really tough to crack. It's been some of my lowest scoring games as a coach. And finally, we got a steal and layup there by the All-American. That's a good way to get going, make a defense play. Defense leads to offense.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're getting box and one against, that's exactly what you need to do. And that's Kern just powering her way to the hoop. And she's got 6. See what rush will run here. A little more flow for them. Again, a lot of noise in the background from the Aggieland fans. It's cool to see. Good take inside, but a better block from number 1, Pearson McVeigh. And she did a good job of just reaching over without fouling to grab that rebound. That's one thing you can do when you're a taller player.
She is really a strong anchor for the Aggieland defense. Shot blocking threat and just really long.
Deep 3, got it. That's Kern again, just a freshman, but 9 first quarter points and an 11-point lead for Aggieland.
It's not hard to see why she is an All-American despite being a freshman. Tough shot there by...
That's 2 fouls now on Lainey Swadley. And her being the one that's face guarding Gibbons the entire game, they may need to think about putting someone in here at her.
That was a foul on the 3, I believe.
Yep, so she'll get 3 shots.
It's another good way to get going. Hannah Gibbons is a John Brown University commit. She'll be playing next year in college, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe that her teammate is going to be playing there as well, Mindeman.
Be a cool connection. There should be one more shot. No one seemed to know it except for Gibbons and the refs. And she goes 2 for 3, got 4 points now. And it's a 9-point game. Aggieland content to walk the ball up the floor with Kern. And again, they're back to this dribble, drive, weave offense with a lot of spacing. And they create a lot of space off those drives. And that's McVeigh, who's just left absolutely wide open from the free throw line.
She can absolutely hit that too. She's years past, that was her main bread and butter, was scoring on the outside because they had another big inside.
Oh, good block. That's 2 blocks early on for McVeigh. Aggieland does a great job of being disciplined in this defense. But I think if you're Rush, you got to get Gibbons the ball and try to attack Swadley because she's got 2 fouls.
And depth, I believe, is a little bit of an issue for Aggieland. Coach Rollo's daughter, who is normally the starting point guard, has been injured since December. So they have a lot of youth having to start and also on the bench.
Again, back to this dribble, drive, dribble, weave type of offense.
Nice kick there.
Got to have a higher hand on that closeout. Good work from Rush. Down 11. Try to cut into this lead as we near the end of the first quarter. Tough pass to handle inside. Maybe force it a little bit.
Considering the start, I think the Rush has kind of eased back into this a little bit.
Good pass inside there. You get a foul.
Stay straight up there.
That is Bronner's second foul. So Bronner's got 2 for the Rush. Swadley's got 2 for Aggieland. And she'll miss the first. Ailey Evans. 5 early points. Chance to make it 6 here. She will. 2 of 3 from the line.
Really balanced attack here for Aggieland. Multiple players on the board already.
Kern leads all scorers with 9.
Nice elevator screen there to get.
That's right on line, just rimmed out, but she does a good job of setting her feet that time, much better than she did the last time, where her whole body was moving to her left as she pulled the trigger. Looks like Kern might. They're looking for some high-low action. And they'll get a foul. See who this one's on? That one's on 23. That's Sims, that's her second. So Sims with 2, Bronner with 2, and the first sub is coming in for Rush. She makes a first.
McVeigh at the line also has lots of interest from colleges. I believe at last count was up to 17 offers at 6'2". Still awaiting her decision.
She has 6 now. Try to get the ball inside, forces her way through, and that's going to be Evans with the foul. That's just her first.
It's frustrating as a coach when that happens. They pretty much had to stop there because weren't going to make that shot after over McVeigh.
Going to get Avery Evans in for Ailey Evans. I'm assuming they're sisters.
One of the fun parts of homeschool.
Yep. We had 3 sisters on the last game we did, and 2 sisters in the other team. Key contributors to the respective teams. And again, 1 of 2 from the line. Was Bronner. Missed shot there, going back the other way. And there's Gibbons. Gonna get a clean block there. That was dangerous because that was her.
It could have been her 3rd foul.
Yep.
Really early here with 3 seconds left in the first quarter.
But instead she gets a block and then a silly foul there for Rush, as they'll send Bronner to the line. Not Bronner, Swadley to the line.
It's one of those, one mistake led to another. After you didn't get the finish, then
you don't want to foul in the bonus 60 feet away from the basket.
Nope.
As she makes the first. 14-point lead, the biggest of the afternoon. Make it 15 as she hits both. 8 for 9 from the line are the Aggieland Panthers. And they'll be content to go into the quarter intermission up by 15. And we'll go ahead and take a break and be back in a minute.
All right, we are back, ready to tip off the second half here. 23-8 lead by Aggieland. And they have the ball to start.
We'll see how Rush responds to this break after being down by 15 in the first quarter. But we've seen bigger comebacks so far this tournament.
Just not sure defensively. I know it's tough to play a zone against Aggieland because they have shooting.
Good job to stay with it was McVeigh. Got her own miss, then threw it out of bounds.
I think she saw the ref out of the corner of her eye. Maybe thought that was a teammate because their uniforms are black.
See how Rush battles this box and one. That's more like a 1-3 box, or 1-3 and then one on the ball handler. Basically, if Gibbons goes into their zone, they're going to double her, essentially triple her if she has the ball. Again, very loud from the Aggieland fans.
A block on the three, which again, a little bit risky there. Two fouls, but it worked out.
Swadley a little upset with the foul to the head, but there was definitely nothing intentional there. That foul is going to go against number 5, Mindeman.
We talked a bit yesterday about being able to contribute besides scoring, and the defense here has been, the box and one has been a big deal. And that's 2 big defensive stops by her, too.
And again, if you're Rush, you want to try to attack Swadley, who's got 2 fouls. But instead, they're just going to keep scoring, are the Aggieland. And they'll get 2 easy ones on the drive. And we'll get a 3 there. Good rebound by Gibbons. Puts it back up. Long there. Controlled by Aggieland.
She's having to work so hard just to get a look. That wears you down.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. Short. Got that one. Good rebound by Gibbons. Got to get rid of it.
As a coach, I actually faced a lot of box and one this year for the first time ever. And I've usually had more even teams than I did this year, and it is tough. It is tough because you're asking people to do things they're not used to normally doing, including the person who's, being defended that way.
Yep. Yeah, I got boxed and won almost every game in high school. It was very frustrating.
Oh.
But yeah, you learn how to deal
tell
with
us
it.
You're a star in high school.
No, my high school team was not very good. But yeah, what we did to kind of counteract that was do a lot of ball screens off ball and slip those screens to try to open other players up for easy shots that they could easily make. Because a lot of times you overplay the one, it opens up for others. Good rebound there for Mindeman.
We ran our zone offense fairly effectively.
Another good rebound and block for McVeigh, and they have their biggest lead of the afternoon at 17. McVeigh might have gotten away with a little shuffle there. They'll stick to it. And there's a good shot for Swadley. Swadley, the freshman, now has 4 to add to her contributions on the defensive end, shutting down Gibbons. Gibbons with 4 of their 8. But really definitely frustrated by the defensive style of Aggieland. See if they can battle back. A little bit long there on that shot. Good backside rebound, but can't handle it. Again, even if she doesn't get the block, McVeigh does a great job of using her length to affect the shot attempts of the rush. And that's really going to be a factor all afternoon long. And that's just an easy 2. We get a timeout here from Rush. As that's another easy bucket for Chloe Kern. Chloe Kern already has 13 points. So that's been huge. And with a 21-point lead, we'll take a brief 50-second intermission.
Back. Just under 5 to go here in the second. Commanding lead by Aggieland.
Yeah, they've done a great job both offensively and defensively, also turning their defense into offense. But even in the half court, they've done an excellent job of scoring, moving the ball around, and the Rush just can't get anything going offensively. Definitely a frustrating afternoon so far.
Defense really travels. If your shots aren't falling, if you can defend, you can be in games.
She did it again.
You just don't have an answer defensively.
15 points already. That's 3 fouls on her.
Oh, that's big too. That was kind of an unnecessary risk.
Number 14 is Ellie.
Ellie.
Yeah.
Apologies to the Evans family. It is Ellie Evans, number 14. She's got 6 points. And Kern leading as a freshman with 15. See if Rush can get something going offensively. Have not scored here in a while, thanks to the swarming defense of the Aggieland Panthers. Another good steal there. And let's see what Kern can do. Creates for a teammate, wide open 3, just a little bit long. unable to handle it is the Rush. It'll stay with the Panthers in a 23-point lead.
I think this is a good time to shout out the Big South again, which is the region I'm from. The teams in the Big South are very, very tough. Aggieland, I can't remember where they placed, but I don't think they were in the top 4 at Division I.
Oh, wow.
I'll confirm that on the break. Oh, that was a travel.
Oh. Jump ball.
I think that was a bit of a travel first. Might have gotten a little grace there by the official.
We'll see what Rush can do here. Looking for a 3. Not going to get it. And another rebound there for Aggieland. Ends up with it. It was good hustle by the Rush. Hannah Gibbons on the floor.
Okay, good transition.
Yep, good job running the floor. That's Pearson. Now hits 8 points.
Aggieland is just a little bigger, stronger, and faster here. Looks like they've got a good one going on over at Drury. The Tyler Heat versus Northside Lions. It's close. 1-point game, just over 2 minutes left in the 4th. I think that is also the 2 o'clock game still going on over there. Maybe.
The 3 o'clock game.
Yeah, yep. 3 o'clock game.
Yeah, they're a little behind, but not as behind as we are here. That's fine. We're traded for some good basketball, as we've said. Rush is hoping to make this a good game, but down 25 right now. They're going to need something going into the halftime break. Maybe try to cut it to 15. But I don't believe they scored here in the second quarter. So that doesn't help when you're trailing, but it hasn't really been a result of poor offense. It's been really the Aggieland defense that's forced them to take some tough shots and into a lot of turnovers. You wouldn't say there was too many unforced turnovers. And just I say that, an unforced turnover occurs.
You jinxed them there.
Me and CJ were talking last game how everything he said that wasn't happening, they just spoke into existence.
Right away.
Yeah. As Kern misses short on a 3, but she's had herself a great first half at 15 points. Gibbons gonna drive inside, double teamed, and she's fouled in that, I believe, is 4 fouls. Oh, just 3 fouls. I must have missed one earlier. So that's just 3 on her. They're gonna take her out as Avery Evans checks back in. Gonna give Lainey Swatley, who's done an excellent job defending Gibbons, and it's gonna be Olivia Istre, a freshman, who gets her turn guarding Gibbons.
A little bit on the inbound.
Yep, just can't get anything to fall this quarter. Good steal from Kern. Yeah, Gibbons is definitely frustrated by the swarming defense of Aggieland.
Oh, what a pass there by Kern.
And one. Well done. Charging the break. Chloe Kern has really done it all, and she's just a freshman. Creating for her teammates, scoring. I'm not keeping track of assists, but she's got to have at least 4 to 5 assists.
I don't know if it was last season or the season before. She was 7th or 8th grade, but we had a game where we face guarded her, and I think she had 27.
Wow.
And I had a really solid defender guarding her too. Graduate last year, Rebecca Kelly, and it was we literally could not stop her.
She's doing a great job on the offensive end, and her teammates are doing a great job defensively. In this 1-3, and then one person on Gibbons has a long 2 is taken, still can't get one to drop. Rush still scoreless here in the second quarter, and it's a 28-point lead.
I remember.
Kern thought about the 3, 5 assists. We'll call it 5 assists. I'll start keeping track.
At least. You know, I think Coach Rollo gave me some of her season stats, so let me pull that up here.
And that's a 30-point lead.
Yeah. She's averaging 17, almost 18 points a game, 7 rebounds, a long list of all tournament nominations in public and private school tournaments this year, all district, all region, all state, all American, and has already hit 1,000 career varsity points.
Yep, Gibbons definitely a little frustrated, working so hard to get her shot, and when she takes it, she has to rush it because they're coming quickly to defend her. And here's Kern Dishing it off to McVeigh. Again, Aggieland can afford to be patient here. Holding Rush scoreless in this second quarter. Got a foul here.
They're also unselfish, moving the ball. Everybody's contributing.
That's going to be 3 fouls on Bronner. She's going to have to check out of the game.
McVeigh also over 1,000 career points, averaging a little over 15 points a game, 11 rebounds, pretty much a double-double every single night. And also passes very well for her size. She was kind of the anchor at the high post of their offense in years past when they had 2 bigs, so she's got a really good all-around game. Just a little too much to handle here tonight for the Rush.
It's a friendly roll as she hits both. That was Evans getting into double figures. Comes off a flare screen, does Gibbons, but the pass just wasn't there in time. Finally a backdoor cut, and we'll get 2 free throws for number 23, Addie Sims. She is a senior.
That's
and
the best look they've gotten in them
yep.
in a while.
This will be their first free throw attempts of the quarter. Yet to score this quarter.
A little bit of a swing there on the block. Normally, McVeigh's very good at going straight up. I think she thought she could get to that one.
Yep, Rush just cannot buy a bucket right now. The lid has covered their bucket, but good news for them. They'll be shooting on the other side next half, which is 21 seconds away. Finally, they break the ice of the second quarter. But they're being outscored by quite a few here in the second quarter, and Kern's just going to hold for the last shot. I've been really impressed by this freshman guard.
And credit to the in-game or the start of the game strategy to box and one.
Yep.
I think that just threw them out.
Yeah, took them off their game.
Got 2 on the clock and the long 3 by Kern.
Can't get that one, but other than that, a very, very dominant first half for the Aggieland Panthers.
40 points. 40 points.
Wow, that's a big first half.
All right, we'll take a break. See you after halftime. ready to kick off here in the second half. I did confirm with Coach Rollo there at halftime. They finished 6th at Big South Regionals, which just speaks to the level of competition in the Big South.
See if Rush can respond defensively to start
got
the half.
out of the triple team there with a good pass.
Aggieland still playing hard. Rush fought hard for those rebounds, but Aggieland had 2 chances at it still. Unable to come up with a bucket, but they do have a 31-point lead. Rush needs some quick buckets, get something going. And as they only scored 1 point in the entire second quarter, and they've already doubled that total here for the third. That's number 34, Josie Boyd, a sophomore, with her first bucket of the game. Some high-low action for the Panthers. Stolen away by Rush. That was a pretty good play design or high post action. Just unable to hang on.
Done that a couple of times.
They do a good job of flashing to the high post, trying to throw it over the top, which is something I was wishing the Lincoln Eagles would do more of that last game. We got to travel there as she switched pivots.
Got a jump stop on that.
And that's Pearson McVeigh with the turnover.
Jump stops are your friend when you're moving quickly down the court. On a quick peek in at Drury, it looks like maybe that went to overtime. Northside Lions and Tyler Mead all tied up at 53. I think we checked in before, there were 2 minutes left in the fourth, so I think this is OT.
Good steal there. But Rush sticks with it. Does a good job of staying composed.
Good job by her teammate there, giving her a pass.
See if they can get their second bucket of the quarter, and they can. That's 23. Addie Sims thought there was a foul as well. I have to agree with her, but they play on. Good finish nonetheless.
Good job with the pump fake. The draw their foul. Wasn't called, but
Aggieland back into the dribble drive offense.
Spacing was a little off there.
Yep, but it doesn't matter when you got a player like Evans to put it in for 2. She's got 12 points. Their first points of the second half after scoring 40 in the first. It took them 2 minutes and change to crack the scoreboard, and we got Hannah Gibbons checking back in for the Rush. There was no box and 1 there because she wasn't on the court, so we'll likely see that again once she checks back in. Good work there to get an open 3 in the corner.
Nice footwork there.
Good rebound, good strong rebound there from Boyd. And then we have number 12, Chloe Kern, gets called for the reach-in foul. Not too happy with that call, but that's just her first. So, according to the scoreboard, that's her second. So we'll trust the scoreboard. Doing a good job here in this game.
They're even putting the timeout time up there.
Yeah.
They're pros.
Could get some high-low action of their own if they wanted, as McVeigh was fronting the post. Not anymore. Three-point there, off the mark. Good, strong rebound. Over to Kern. Kern's dribbling up the court, directing traffic, does a good job of facilitating.
They've shown a little more fight on offense, but I still just don't know if they have enough defensively to stop Aggieland.
Yep, they have held them to 2 points in this 3.5 minutes, but I'm sure Aggieland has decided to slow it down a little bit.
Oh, nice move there. Get open by Kern.
Tough fadeaway jumper blocked away. That's Mindeman, the senior, who blocked it away, and then a rebound there over the top was Evans. We got another block. Well done. That's 2 blocks on that possession. So those are big blocks. And we got the Rush playing some zone defense. Good inside action to McVeigh. Puts it up with the left hand. Can't get the roll. Still just 2 points, 4 minutes into the second half for the Aggieland Panthers.
Got away with a little reach there in the backcourt. Depth is an issue if you're Aggieland, so you don't want to get in foul trouble.
Yeah, Rush just can't buy a bucket. Have not hit from the outside other than 1-3 very early on from Mindeman. Now they've switched to man-did Rush. Let's see if they go into their dribble drive set, something they really enjoy to run with good spacing. Full timeout for the Aggieland Panthers, and we'll take it with them.
We are back. Oh, nice inbound play there.
Again at the Drury, it's a 57-54 lead for the Tyler Heat over the Northside Lions with just 29 seconds remaining in overtime. Got a reach-in foul on number 5. Mindeman, that's her second. And Aggieland content to waste some clock here. Almost a turnover there. Aggieland maintains possession though. And it's Northside ball over at the other court with down 3 in overtime. But that's a good bucket inside there, as there's little resistance on their way to the hoop for the Rush. And Aggieland gets an easy bucket. See if Rush can get a bucket of their own. They haven't hit a 3 since the first quarter. Yeah, they'll hit one right there. That's Addie Sims.
You said as soon as you said it.
All right. They need to hit a bunch more of those as they're down 28 points if they want to get back in the game.
She's taken a couple with confidence.
Yep,
I think maybe she's used to them falling and they're not today.
That's Addie Sims, the senior. Yeah, you can see Aggieland just not playing with the same pace they were in the first half. Definitely just trying to run some clock. Another high-low action inside. Try to go against the double team.
Might have gotten away with the trouble.
Yeah, the weak side is pretty open. Chloe does not care. She just rises up over 2 defenders, and she'll hit. It's Chloe Curran's first bucket of the second half.
She does a great job of creating contact on drives. She just has a really solid all-around game. Plays with pace.
Plays with poise as well. And she's just a freshman. That was a good pass for Gibbons, just unable to handle it, maybe a little too low. A minute left here. Again, Aggieland has definitely slowed the pace down. Maybe not, as Evans puts it in for 2.
Nice post up there. Again, sometimes you just come up against a team that's bigger, stronger, faster.
They got some talent. Rush has been unable to hit too many shots, but they get one there, as I say that yet again. Miniman with another basket. And they've done a much better job this quarter. They've doubled their point output. They're down 40-9. They're actually outscoring Aggieland this quarter 9-8. So they've done a good job of at least fighting here in the second half, albeit they're still down by 30. That's a good take inside. Good block there, but Aggieland sticks with it with just 14 on the clock.
Very nice
very
footwork.
patient.
Yeah, the footwork is good.
There's a long two, gonna be short. Rebounded by Rush with 4 seconds. Crossover, half-court heave. Just barely misses, but it's a 30-point lead for Aggieland. I'd say they have this one under control, and we'll see what happens in the fourth in just 1 minute.
We are back to kick off the fourth quarter here.
Yeah, 30-point lead for Aggieland. They got this game in control. See if Rush continues to battle. I'm sure they will, as they outscored Aggieland by 1 that quarter, 9-8. And we got 1 quarter left for Aggieland until they punch their ticket to the Gold Ball final game tomorrow, which is basically the Elite 8 for the undisputed D1 girls title. And so far we have 5 of our 8 teams with their tickets punched. And after this game we'll just have 2 left with HEA and San Marcos, both the returning national championship games still to play. Over here it'll be HEA playing Rush. I mean, not Rush, they'll be playing MHEA. And then for the boys side, we'll have 4 games on each court to find the final teams on that side. And over here, we got a nice block for Rush. Min-to-min does a good job of working the ball inside. Dishes the ball back out. Unable to control it, though. Tough fadeaway shot, no good. Rebound, McVeigh.
It's kind of the only looks they're getting in this game. That Aggieland defense is very, very tough to penetrate.
Yeah, every shot's been a tough shot for Rush. Aggieland using their length and their discipline very effectively.
And just executing at a high level. They're running something every time down if they don't have a layup, taking a little time off the clock.
Yep, good post move inside for McVeigh, who has now hit double digits with 10. And again, 50-18 the score. We'll have a running clock now until the lead gets under 30. And we got Kern dribbling the ball up, content to slowly run through some things. No rush as we get a backdoor cut off of that. It's a good finish for the freshman Lainey Swanee, who has herself 8 points.
They've done the high-low with the ducking on the post several times. That time the wing cutting in backdoor.
Good job of hitting the high post and then cutting off of that post or sealing inside. So an excellent job by the Panthers to be disciplined both defensively and offensively. They also have a lot of individual talent. And we'll see what the rush can do here on this possession. The Aggieland Panthers fans have had a lot to drum about this game. Here's a three-point. Got it. Good shot there from Mindeman, who hits her second three of the game. And she's got 8 of their 21. Nice smooth shot there from Mindeman.
Kern, point guard, coming up, getting the call from coach, and then running the play.
Yeah, Kern's got 17, just 2 points this half. Hasn't been nearly as assertive here in the second half. Hasn't needed to be, though.
They hit her average there. She averages just over 17.
Again, Rush going up the court with Mindeman. Mindeman handling the ball. Good pass to the corner for an open three. And she's got it. That's number 23.
That's her last two she's hit.
Yeah, good work there from Sims. Now she's got 9. So Sims and Mindeman have combined for 17.
I said. So it stops. It always stops when it's under.
Having a little discussion here about when the clock should or should not stop. Looking at the tournament rules, it looks like if it's
under 30, the clock will stop, but the ref was saying it does stop, but only on whistles, not when the ball is in play. Clock run down to 3:50. Gives the ball back to Kern.
These referees have, before this, had an overtime game. They've been managing the games very well.
Again, as we were talking to one of the refs before the game, they like to call more fouls in the first half, get the game under control. And then once the players know how the game will be officiated, a lot less fouls are called in the second half. As players are aware. And we see that with 0 fouls called here in the fourth quarter. And we had 0 fouls called in the first 7 minutes of that fourth quarter of the last game, until we had about 15 fouls in the final minute in overtime due to clock management. Evans content to hold the ball out at half-court dribbling.
We generally have a really good officiating crews here at the national tournament at the 18U level. A lot of college refs come in.
But one of the refs here is an NAIA ref. A couple of their high-level high school refs have been in from Texas and Oklahoma.
Kern has pretty much gotten to the rack anytime she decided to today.
That foul's going to go against Josie Boyd, her first. And get 2 free throw attempts here for Kern. She's got the first. We got number 34, Avery Evans, checking in the game for her sister, Ellie Evans. So good work there as she makes both, and it's a 30-point lead once more.
Looks like the defending champ San Marcos Panthers have kicked off at Drury now against the Oklahoma play.
HEA will be taking on MHEA. So some HEAs going head-to-head with an M in the front of them. And we'll have that next here at Ozark. After this game concludes, we'll wait about 6 minutes and get that game tipped off.
I want to commend the Rush for continuing to compete. They came out there with some more energy in the second half. They really just couldn't overcome that start.
Yeah, second half, they've actually outscored them 15-14. The lead is 30 points, so the clock should still be running.
Still having some discussion on when exactly the clock should run. Apparently it needs to be at
31 points.
Lead.
Haven't heard that before, but
okay.
We believe him.
That was very precise, so he seemed very confident in that answer.
Yep.
The outcome here is very much not in doubt, so.
Clock is now running with 1:44 remaining.
At this point, you would think that the Rush is ready to forget this game and move on to the next round.
Yep, I believe they'll be playing for a bronze ball. 8 teams that lose here in the Sweet 16.
One of the things I love about Nationals, you get to continue to compete. That will come into play on who's ranked in the top 25 at the end of the season. Good, we've said it a couple times, but this has just really been quite a performance to start by Aggieland's Chloe Kern, who is an All-American. And then also defensively, I think defensive MVP goes to Lainey Swadley, who came out early with that face guarding on the...
Young Gibbons, she did a great job guarding her. Got Olivia Istray checking into the game for Aggieland. And also number 2, Caris Ferguson, a freshman. And number 5, Gabby Istray. So both Istray sisters go in as we get a bucket in there for, and we'll get 5 subs for the Rush as well. For these last
like
49.5.
The younger 5 on the Rush.
And we'll get another sub in for Aggieland. Atwell. And for the Rush is Burgess, Plank, Bonham, Bonham, I'm not sure what her number is, 20 I believe, Phillips,
3 and a 20. Yeah.
Phillips and Bryant. So they'll get some Sweet 16 action. Regardless, it's a fun, good experience either way.
I'm sure I recognize 13 on Aggieland from the 14U game. So.
There's a bucket there for Caris Ferguson. So she gets a bucket on the featured court live stream, so that's a big deal for Caris.
Also, always fun for the younger girls to get to come in and then get a bucket. Great experience too. Down the line they'll be playing meaningful minutes in big games, and so they can think back on the time they got a minute or two.
So it looks like Aggieland will be victorious in this matchup over the Rush, and they'll compete for a gold ball tomorrow. Good block there from number 5, Istray. And a dominating victory for Aggieland over the Rush. And we'll be right back with HEA versus MHEA in about 6 minutes.